April 22nd, 2018. This is Becky Lewis in Central Indiana. And friends, today I would like to go over something with you that most of you may never have heard of. And if you have, you may never have even considered it. And that is dry fasting. Dry fasting is where you don't eat or drink anything whatsoever for a certain period of time. That's dry fasting. A lot of people do what they call fasting, where they don't eat something for a set period of time, but they still drink water. And then there's other people that do what they call a fast, like of a certain type of product, like a grape fast or a grapefruit fast or an orange fast or something to that nature, where you stay on just one specific thing for a good set period of time. So you're still taking in all kinds of nutrition and having digestion and all that, but you're just sticking to one thing. But on a dry fast, you don't eat or drink any single thing for a set period of time. And the reason for that is when your body has to deal with digesting food or even water, it goes through processing and it's focused on that specific task. And so therefore, it takes away from healing on the body. So when people fast, it takes away the body's need to have to focus all its energy on digesting all these different things that go in people's bodies. And with the dry fast, you're also taking out the water for a couple of reasons. And one is water is still chemistry. We're talking hydrogen and oxygen. And if you're drinking water with minerals or any kind of thing whatsoever in it besides distilled water, then your body then has to process the minerals and all the stuff that's in the water. And that's hard minerals not coming through a plant. So it's even harder for your body to work on that. Plus the water itself is cooling the process of what I personally call the burnout. I've had a couple good experiences with burnout. It doesn't feel real good when it's happening. It feels like you're literally burning up with fever from the core out for anywhere from a couple to a few minutes, and going through the whole pouring sweat and the whole thing. But I liken that to what people used to do, going into sweat lodges, and people even still do today, going into saunas and things of that nature. So for me to sweat, when I have absolutely no sweating, because I'm one of these people, I don't sweat, I don't blow my nose, I don't have any of the drainage that I need to be having. All of us should be sweating out our skin. You should be blowing your nose. You know, if you're going out in the cold and coming back in and your nose isn't coming to needing a blow, and you know, if you're not blowing your nose some stuff every day, you're not moving your lymph system either. And this is really a big problem. So, but when you dry fast, it causes your body to focus deeply on healing itself. And so even if you're a weakened person and sickened by something, or even what you might consider a pretty serious something, and you know, someone else in the medical field or your family will tell you, oh, you don't go without food and water when you're already so blah, blah, blah. Okay, but friends, those are people who have not researched or have not done it. So here is my experience so far with all these different fasts. On my very first fast, it was a 23-hour and 15-minute, because I misread the clock and thought I went 15 minutes past 24 hours. So, but on that one, I had a burnout, and actually cleared some stuff out of my body that I know for a fact was old. And I don't mean to be gross or anything, but it is what it is. And the fact is, friends, the more toxins and terrible things you're holding inside your body, the more you're being continually poisoned, and all the acid from all that stuff is literally burning you up inside and eating cells. So anyway, you want to clear that stuff out. So, but on the first one, I had that, and the epiphanies. Oh my gosh, friends, the epiphanies. Now, this would be a long video if I went through each and every fast in detail. So I just want to tell you, there's like the set time period as you go through that your mind goes into certain places. And so the epiphanies that you have and the connection that you get, I call it the God spot. After about 20 hours, you really go into the what I call the God spot, or the God zone, where your mind is just you're floating sort of out of every other thing, and you are just not even in all the worldly stuff. You're kind of, well, you're in the God spot. I just can't explain it to you any other way. And you get all kinds of epiphanies, and any number of things can come out. Old memories and things that you don't realize were bothering you or whatnot. Even good memories of things that you'd forgotten about that make you chuckle, you know, but friends, it's the things that are hidden that are negative inside of us. And I know it seems negative, but unfortunately, when things have a negative vibration, and that, I mean literally, because every single thing is energy, every single thing in existence is vibrating specifically at a particular rate. This includes negative emotions and thoughts. And happenings, because everything is vibration. When you're thinking or speaking or having an experience, but even just thoughts alone, people think there's some invisible thing, but they're not. They are a measurable, physical, what we would consider a physical wave. And as that wave goes through the tissues and the organs, this vibratory pattern is collected, especially if it's repeat, okay? So if you've lived a life that has a lot of suffering or negative happenings, negative emotions, just for whatever reason, and it's bad enough when you go through that for a short period of time, or even a couple of years or whatnot, but when you've lived a lifetime of that, then I have to warn you that when you go through this, the detox and the dry fasts, you can have negative emotions come out because, well, not while you're in the God spot, but you have all these epiphanies that make you think about stuff later when you're off your dry fast and you've gotten back into the world and you start pumping food back in, and next thing you know, all these things are coming to your mind, and you can go through every kind of emotion. But anyway, back to the dry fast. So that's just something I want to warn you of, that to be prepared for is to face many things that happen, because everything is a vibration and it's a physical pattern. When you're detoxing, and especially when you're dry fasting and your body's really focusing on getting down and dirty with the negative things inside of you, that means all the energies that are negative, because when you're consuming a lot of fruits and things like that are of a high vibration, and also when you're in this place in your, once you get to a certain place in your detox, that your body starts getting dug into by all these fruits, that's when it really starts hitting all the things, anything of a negative vibration, anything, because it's such a high vibration. It's basically like turning up the vibration on a plate of sand. It's eventually going to bounce it up so high, comes above everything else. Next thing you know, it's bouncing off the plate if you go too high. And so that's what happened to me, and I'll talk about that more later. So, but anyway, I just wanna quickly end this and tell you, my very first dry fast was 23 hours. Second one was 24 hours. Third one was 36 hours. Big mistake. And the fourth one was only 15 hours, because I was just still so weak from the 36-hour dry fast that even the second week later, I only made it 15 hours before I decided that's enough. And so now this one, I've gone, let's see, it's about 11:30. Well, I called it at 3 a.m. day before yesterday, so 3 o'clock this morning was 24 hours. So I've already gone. I'm going to be going on 36 hours here soon, but it's not the same because at 30 hours, I started drinking lemon water, which has an extremely high amount of vibration and energy in it. So this time I'm not going to let myself go 36 hours just on absolutely nothing. And just the fact that I'm speaking on this video tells you how good that lemon water works, friends, to not have a single thing. Here, I'm going to show you. I'll show you. This is my lemon water. It's a little jar, and my husband fresh squeezed it for me last night so I could have it available. Yes, I keep the pulp and stuff in it too. I guess I didn't have the lid on good. It's dripping, but anyway, so that's all the water that I've had so far since probably, I think it was like 9. I don't even remember now. I didn't check the clock, but I just had made sure that I went 30 hours first. So, but anyway, friends, I'll talk more about this later. So anyway, that the fast that I'm on right now, we'll see how long it goes, but I would like to do at least the 36-hour, finishing off the last 6 hours by using the lemon water. Then I'll move back into the food. So, but friends, I just wanted to tell you about that dry fasting so that you could understand the difference of what kind of fasts there are, and also forewarn you that, well, some of it can be really harsh and not feel so good coming out, but it took you a long time to put all that garbage in, and it's just not going to come out any other way, friends. No surgery, no pills, no, quote, doctors in the regular medical field can heal you. Okay? It's a farce. They can treat you, they can cover symptoms, you can even start thinking you're feeling better about a thing, but all it's doing is hiding that symptom, and the whole reason for all those symptoms is still in there. And until you detox it out and start pulling the nasty stuff out of your body, for your body to heal itself, okay? That's how it works. There is no cure to any disease. Diseases don't exist. They're names for things, for anything named by somebody that discovered some kind of action on the body. Then they come up with some kind of pill kill, treatment, surgery, blasting with radiation, injecting dyes for tests. And friends, the list goes on to the things that they do to you to play the game, when all you had to do all along was detox out your own body by feeding it nothing but high energy light foods. And when I say light, I mean like the opposite of darkness, because light is what the basis is of all this energy. The high energy is in the fruit, friends. It's electromagnetic energy. It's not woo-woo science. It's not New Age. It's God's world. And that's where it's at. All my love. Oh, and by the way, the reason I'm sitting on the couch behind this camera looking out the window is because there are ups and downs, my friends, and I am in a physically down mode from walking around and stuff, and even some of the head weakness and all that. However, every time I go through one of these detoxes, even though it can take you down for a little bit and then you go through a healing, once I go through and get healed from that detox, that's when I take my boost. That's when I'm at my next level. So, you know, sometimes 2 steps back is just the perfect thing. 1 step forward and 2 steps back. But it's those 2 steps back, and sometimes even falling on your butt for a minute while you're there, good things are happening. And when you get up, look out. You're on the journey, friends. You're taking the steps up, steps up, steps up, one at a time. Hang on to the railing, a friend, God, whoever. Just keep going and don't give up. But I have another video coming on the dangers of detox and the negativity that you may not be prepared for, and information that you really must watch before you ever start this process of healing your own self through natural healing, through organic fruits and some vegetables and the herbs, especially the special herbs that are so perfectly designed automatically the way they grow in nature, put together with specificity by Dr. Morse, designed to focus and target on very specific organs and glands that different people have different challenges with. So there's a whole lot to this, and I'll get back to you more on that. I love you all. I love you so much, and thank you to anyone and everyone who has stood by me. I promise, friends, I'll do the best I can to keep reporting on this. Now that I'm using my regular camera, it'll be a lot easier for me to upload and do videos. I've just had a dickens of a time doing anything with my cell phone and getting it to unload onto my computer, and with my condition and with the frustration levels and all that, it was just too much. So now I got my good camera out, something I can handle and deal with even in my condition. So I love you all, friends. Thank you for hanging in there with me, and please keep coming back. And I challenge any of you, go out today, get you some good organic fruit at the store. You have no idea what you've been missing your whole life. Don't get the cans. Forget the cans, friends. That stuff is toxic, acidic, poison to your body. We'll talk more about that later. Please go get some fruit and have an experience that you just would not believe. Much love. More on this later. Fruit by fruit by fruit. And what happens in the body with each fruit. So okay, gotta go. I'm still talking. Much love. It's the lemon water. That's what it is. It just gets you zinging and going, and you can't stop thinking, and there's all these crazy things going through your mind and epiphanies, and it's the lemon water. Go get some organic lemon, have half a glass, or have half a lemon squeezed into like a maybe a 12-ounce glass of water for people that aren't used to it. I love it super strong. Anyway, try it. You'll be amazed. You'll never need coffee again. Much love. Bye for now.